Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Nice to see all of you again. And thanks for all your prayers. I'm doing much better. I had a really bad allergic reaction to the new meds that the doctor gave me. But I'm doing so much better. Thanks for all your help. And I wanted to say welcome to all the new subscribers and welcome to everyone that is seeing this video. So today we're going to talk about the Archangels. We're going to talk about Archangel Auriel, Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about the elementals. And we're going to go over symbols for each one. So we're also going to do a pick a card. And I'm going to go over the description. We'll go over 2 cards from which we've used this before, the Angel Messenger deck cards, and I'm also going to use the Archangel Michael cards, and then we'll do that too. Okay, so I'm going to show you the symbols of the 4 archangels. So Archangel Michael is associated with the color red, associated with the element of fire, and also with the vowel I. Then we have Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, which is associated with the vowel O and the water elemental and the green color. And then we have Archangel Auriel, which is associated with the vowel U and the earth element and the color white. And also, Archangel Raphael is associated with the primary vowel of E and the element of air and the color blue. And this is the symbols for each one of them. So this is Raphael, this is Gabriel, and this one is Michael, and this one is Auriel. So I drew these, so they may not be like totally perfect. So we're going to talk about the different things that are associated with the archangels. So first we're going to talk about Archangel Auriel. Auriel is the element of earth, which we just discussed. She's associated, and I say she, but there's really no gender. She's associated with the quarter of the earth. That's the northern quarter of the earth, the winter season, the color white and all the earth tones, the astrological sign of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Capricorn's me. And Archangel of alchemy, visions, known as the tallest of the archangels, and with eyes that can see through eternity. And so if you have visions and want to understand them, you can call upon Archangel Auriel to help you with that. She oversees the work of all the nature spirits and works to assist humanity by awakening them and working in harmony with them. Working with Auriel will also open up you to the fairy kingdoms. So next we're going to talk about Archangel Gabriel, and that's the element of water that he's associated with. And once again, no gender. I just do that and say he, because that's my feeling. The western quarter of the earth is what he's associated with, the autumn season, the color emerald green and sea green, astrological sign of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Also Archangel of hope, illumination, and of spiritual duties. So including the awakening within us all, a better understanding of dreams. So if you need to have help with those things and dreams and illuminating things in your life, you can call upon Archangel Gabriel. Next, we're going to talk about Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is associated with the element of fire, like we said, the southern quarter of the earth and the summer season, the color red, also the astrological signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, the archangel of protection and balance. That's the archangel that you can call to help you cut the cord, release yourself from someone or something. You can ask Archangel Michael to give you the sword, and he'll help you do that and cut the cords with that person. So he's someone to call upon for that. And again, I say he, but he works to bring patience and protection against any psychic imbalances or dangers. And he also helps us to tear down the old and build up the new. Then last but not least is Archangel Raphael, and that's the element of air associated with Archangel Raphael, the eastern quarter of the earth, and the spring season. The color blue and astrological signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is the healing angel. Archangel Auriel is the healing angel, stimulates energies for life and success, and awakens a sense of creativity and beauty, which stimulates higher mental faculties, keeper of the Holy Grail. If you need help with creativity, Archangel Auriel is who you should call upon to help you with that. So now we're going to talk about the elementals. So the earth elementals are the gnomes and the trolls, and their leader is King Job, Ghob, just so you know how to spell it. And they're happy spirits entrusted with the treasures of the earth, such as jewels, gold, silver, and platinum. They're attracted by perfume, salts, powders, and in combo with happy incantations, you can call them in if you're making incense and stuff like that to bring joy. The water elementals are the nymphs and the undines. Their leader is King Nikasa, Niksa. And the essence of plant life associated with healing rituals for plants, animals, and humans, and they're attracted by water solutions and herb washes. The water elementals cooperate with earth elementals to bring prosperity. So now we're going to talk about the air elementals. So that is the sylphs, and their leader is King Paralda, Paralda. And they are the spreaders of knowledge and fresh ideas and travel far and wide. They'll bring a friendly breeze if you ask them nicely. And they're attracted to incense, perfumes, colognes, and if you make a well-constructed incantation. So the sylphs will help you with poetry or art. They have a strong connection with the air, and the elements are a source of inspiration and information, which is limitless. So now we're going to talk about the fire elementals, and that's the salamanders, and the leader is King Djinn, Djin, because I don't know if I'm saying it right. They're the least interested in humans and of all the elementals, and they're fiery in nature, and they're the most helpful in clearing obstacles of a psychological and psychic nature. They're attracted by the fire of candles and charcoal and incense. They're well, and also incantations may induce them to do away with things that are psychic attacks and things like that. So if you're making incense, you can use it for that too. So I call in the nature spirits all the time and the elementals all the time. They call them in to help me when I make my incense and when I work in nature. I walk in the woods a lot, and there's a lot of energy there in the trees and the flowers and the grass and the air. And so if you need to work with something like that, you can call in the elementals for help. Sometimes I even ask them if it's raining or something, and I need to get out of the car and it's like monsooning, I'll ask them to help me with that. The undines, I say, please, will you lighten up the rain a little bit so I can get out of the car? And a lot of times it will happen. If you work with them a lot, they're very sweet and nice. And depending on what kind of work you're doing, you can call them in. And I love to work with the elementals and the nature spirits. And they do also help you in times you may feel their presence. One time I was in the woods and there wasn't a good energy there, and I felt like I was being pushed out. So they may help you like that. If you're that sensitive to them, you may feel the pushing out of a place where you shouldn't be, or help you in that nature. So I thought I'd tell you a funny story. So a very long time ago when I was married, I was working with the nature spirits. I was practicing. I was new at everything. It was before I went to metaphysical school and everything. And I was in my bed and I was doing practice with the nature spirits, and my ex-husband was laying there sleeping. And I said, okay, if you're really here when I was calling in the spirit guides and everything and calling in the nature spirits and all that. And I said, if you're really here, will you please tickle his nose? And the funniest thing, he started itching his nose. And then I was like, oh my God, this is really true. They're really doing this. So I thought that was a funny story. So if you want to play a little game like that, now that I know better, you should always ask permission. But it was funny, and it made me really believe. Okay, so now we're going to pick a card. So I'm going to do 2 cards, and then we'll read them for you, and you can pick one of the 2 cards, and then we'll go over it. Okay, so let's say this is 1 and this is 2. So 1, 2. Okay, so we're going to turn it over. If you picked card number 1, that's acknowledgement, and it's card 26. And we're just going to go over a little bit of the application for this card. We won't go over everything because it's too long, but your present challenge is accepting your essential self as the key to discovering or expanding your life's mission. So the application is, remind yourself that when you arise in the morning and smile at the day, you are acknowledging your purpose. When you get into your car and drive to work, you are able to move in alignment with your inner impulses, your essential self. When you feel frustrated, angry, upset, diminished, or in any way out of balance, it isn't necessarily the work that is wrong. Only that momentarily you've ceased acknowledging your essential self. Accept that sometimes you will inevitably be pulled away from inner balance. And when this happens, take a breath, look out of the window, walk around your office, or smile. In this way, your inner nature is again given precedence to lead you fully in your purpose. So I would say, if you pick that card, acknowledge yourself, acknowledge your worth, see yourself and how good you are, and look at all your positive aspects of yourself, and try to give yourself a break if things are not going perfectly. So if you picked that card, just remember to acknowledge yourself in a positive way, especially because we're manifesting quickly right now and we're creating our new realities. So you want to create something that you really want. So now if you pick card number 2, that's joy. So wow, that's a great card. That's card number 40. So I'm going to read The application. So your present challenge is experiencing inner freedom and the expectation of positive occurrences. So the application is practice feeling joy. Look in the mirror at your mouth and expression. What do you see? Are the lines in your face set in the pattern of tenderness, good humor, and compassion? Move your mouth and expressions into a frown to reflect worry, concern, frustration, and anger. Which expression are you more familiar with? Life can offer you no inner peace until you determine to accept it for yourself. Tomorrow will be no different from today. In this moment lies the opportunity to peel off the layers that burden you and accept your natural state of joy. Write the word joy on a piece of paper and put it in your pocket or purse. Carry it with you as a reminder of what you are choosing. Rather than remaining hostage to life changes, expect understanding and continued joy to flow to you, and it will. So what we want to manifest in our life is joy. Of course, I'm sure everyone does. So start seeing the joy in your life. Look at the positive, joyful things. Look in the mirror and smile. See yourself smiling. Keep doing that. And even if you're not smiling, just put a smile on your face, walk around, even if you feel unhappy, and eventually you'll start to feel happier. What I used to do is I used to take a walk every morning at the canal, and I used to try to smile at everybody that walked by, and some of them would smile and some wouldn't. Although now it's a little hard to do because we're all wearing masks. But when that time is over and we can smile at each other again and not have to wear a mask, we can see what happens. And there was one person that just wouldn't smile. And every day, I kept smiling. And one day, guess what? They smiled. And I was like, wow, what an accomplishment. I got that guy to smile. But anyway, you can practice little games like that and try to keep yourself joyful. Even if you're not feeling it that day, just try to keep thinking of joy, and hopefully you'll be joyful from then on every day. So now we're going to do the Archangel Michael pick a card. And I'm going to pick 2 cards, and you can again pick from the 2 cards. And I'm just going to read a little bit from the book, and then we can go over it. Okay, so I'm going to pick 2 cards. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is card number 1 and card number 2. Card number 1, card number 2. Okay, so if you pick card number 1, that sense of humor kind of goes with the card we just had before. So the prayer for this card is, thank you for helping me see the humor in this situation so I can lovingly laugh at human nature. I am willing to view my experience in a new light in order to attract love and healing energy. And then if we want to see a little bit about the book, I'm not going to go over the whole thing. It's not that long. I'll try to go over it. This situation would benefit from your sense of humor. View your experience as if you were watching a scene from a movie. Keeping in mind, as Shakespeare said, that all the world's a stage. What do you find humorous about human nature in this scenario? By getting a new perspective on everyone's behavior, you can automatically detach with love. Humor allows people to drop their defenses so that love can enter and heal the situation and relationships. That's why God and the angels have a wonderful sense of humor, and so do you. Possible specific meanings. Know that laughter is the best medicine. Watch a funny movie or TV show to boost your mood. Your life's purpose may involve comedic writing, acting, or speaking. Learn some new jokes as a way to help your relationships. Enroll in a stand-up comedy class to increase your speaking skills and self-confidence. So I guess we all need a sense of humor, and we got to kind of try to laugh at everything that's happening in front of us, especially these days, and just try to see the humor in it so that we're not all sad and depressed all the time because there's so much going on. So I guess the moral to this story is just try to get a sense of humor and joy for everything going on. And this is Earth School, so we just have to create our own reality and try to manifest what we want and be positive. And so that's the card number one if you picked card number one. So now if you pick card number two, that is the person you're asking about is trustworthy. So I don't know if you had a person you were asking about, or there's someone that you're thinking about that you need to find out if you can trust them. So your prayer is, thank you for helping me have faith so I can open my heart wider in my relationships. I am grateful for your protection, ensuring that only trustworthy people are in my life. So now I'll read you a little bit from the book, and then we'll go over it. Okay, so according to the book, you drew this card as reassurance that you can rely on the person involved with this situation, and that includes trusting yourself too. Everyone makes mistakes or acts selfishly occasionally, yet by large, the individual you're thinking of is dependable. He or she cares about you and will act accordingly in loving ways. Archangel Michael asks you not to expect this person to be perfect, as this puts too much pressure on the relationship. Instead, view and treat your comrade as you'd want to be treated, with love and compassion. Possible specific meanings: your idea is valid and trustworthy. The person you've just met will become a new romantic partner. Believe what this person is saying, even if you don't like what you're hearing. This individual will make a good business partner. Let go of blaming others and give anger or unforgiveness to the angels for healing. So this is talking about, maybe you have a question about trusting yourself or trusting other people. And so I do believe there's good in everyone. I know that's hard to believe these days. And I think if you look deep enough, there's got to be some good in somebody's heart, even though they're not acting like it in this lifetime. But we all come from one place. So I feel like if you can't trust somebody, then try to just send that situation love and light and ask for the truth to come out. And the truth will usually always come out, even if it takes a while. So, or maybe this card is telling you, yes, you can trust that person. So mainly we have to trust our intuition. So I think if you trust your intuition, you'll know who you can trust through discernment, and it'll help you in your everyday life. The more you practice discernment, you'll be able to figure out who's should be with you and who shouldn't be with you. So okay, so it was really nice coming back on and seeing you guys again, and I hope to be back again soon. I'm still undergoing some testing. You know, I still have the issues with my heart and breathing, but I'm doing so much better, and I was able to make a video today, and I'm grateful to be here for you. And I just wanted to share a little bit about the archangels. When I do call in my prayers, I call in the archangels to help me with my channeling and everything. So if you want to start voice channeling or working with your guides, you can always call upon the archangels to help you, and you can also call upon the elementals. Okay, and if you like this video, please click like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when my new videos come out. I send you now love, light, and energy, and I'll see you soon.